In its election wish list, the Federation of Small Businesses has highlighted the importance of making it easy to do business and for bureaucracy to be reduced. Another thing it would like to see are improvements in the taxi service.
It's been a bugbear in the private sector for many, many years. It has seen some improvements, which have been very welcome.
We saw a charter introduced a few years ago.
Exactly, yes. But what we would like to see is an improvement in the service beyond the improvements that have already been seen. It is very often when a new or potential business person arrives in Gibraltar and is assessing what sort of place he's coming to do business in, one of the first experiences they have is the taxi. We think that service is not what it should be, and there's room for improvement, there's room for an increase in the amount of taxis in Gibraltar.
Like the GFSB and the Chamber, the GGCA union has highlighted the importance of e-government and the government's failure to introduce it. President Wendy Cumming explains how the work had been outsourced, with IT officers in the civil and public service disenfranchised. This, she claims, has caused delays and increased costs, adding privatisation does not always mean savings.
I take reassurance from the fact that there was a government commitment that the civil service complement would remain the same as of 2011 and that they wouldn't reduce that number. And to be honest, I've been quite happy that the administrative assistant recruitment process has come out today. But one of the things that I would be looking towards from the government, one of the items on my wish list would be that the process run through to completion and not be suspended like it was in 2015.
For the Hearing Issues and Tinnitus Association, early diagnosis and treatment tops its wish list. Gita calls for accessibility to services and employment and measures for deaf people to be able to contact the emergency services. The association's Edgar Triay also calls for funds to be made available to make Gibraltar more deaf-friendly.
At the moment, the government does provide a BSL interpreting service both in the hospital and in all government departments. However, if an individual who requires British Sign Language interpretation for other services like going to the bank or any private, they don't have any funding available to actually pay an interpreter.
The parties are expected to publish their manifestos next week.